Have you been avoiding your books, avoiding the bookkeeping? Today, we're going to talk about the 3 to 4 reasons why you actually are avoiding your books. So, this episode is going to be for you if you find yourself like continually saying, I'll do the books later. If you avoid logging into QuickBooks or whatever your accounting software is that you're using, you're feeling behind and you don't know where to start. You've outsourced. Maybe you've gotten help with this, but you still feel very disconnected from it, or you just keep telling yourself, I'm not good with the numbers. We're going to dive into all of those things today. Again, 3 to 4 reasons why you're actually avoiding your books. So let's get to it. If we haven't met yet, I'm Amy Sorka, money confidence coach and bookkeeper. And over the last 14 years, I've helped over 1,250 women get out of survival mode with money. We're talking stress, struggle, frustration, all of those things that show up. And of course, along the way, we weren't giving up our coffee. We're not guilting, shaming to get there. So welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome back to Money Simplified. We are talking today about, there's like 3 to 4 real reasons why you're avoiding your books. And there's key reasons why we do this, and that's really like the root of this episode. But before we dive in, if you are already like, I just know I need help with this, Amy, and I need help with this now, Bookkeeping Simplified is still in pre-sale, okay? So Bookkeeping Simplified is going to walk you through the entire step-by-step of how to take care of your books so that they're up to date. But more than that, we're going to go into the why. Like, why do we do the things that we need to do? Why is this important? This is what we're looking for. Why are we doing that? That way, when something comes up that's a little out of the norm or QuickBooks updates their interface yet again, you're not thrown off because you're equipped to handle it. And you might be thinking, okay, that sounds great, but I just want to hire a bookkeeper. I want to have somebody else do it for me. I would still challenge you, like, this is still beneficial because as the CEO, you need to have a foundational knowledge of what's going on. And we're going to kind of get into that today. If we just hand it off completely and we are totally disconnected from it, not a great place to be either. It's still in a form of avoidance. So grab the course. It's on pre-sale. We are starting beginning of March, I think March 2nd. The first module is going to drop, but that link is going to be in the show notes for you, amysorka.com/bookkeeping simplified. So let's get to it. First key real reason here that we're avoiding our books is we don't have a framework. We don't know what to do. We don't know what order things need to go in. We don't know what actually needs to be done. Like, what is the important part? When I'm recording a sales, what do I need to do? What do I need to know? What do I categorize this expense as? Like, I don't know. And there's fear in here as well, I think, built in with the IRS. Like, we don't want to mess it up. And we get into that inside the program. That's a whole nother thing. So we don't know what to do. That's like the first thing. We don't know what's essential. We don't know what's optional. We don't know the right way to do things to make sure it's done correctly. And if you've tried to go to YouTube and YouTube video figure it out, then you're on a YouTube rabbit hole, and that's just a recipe for overwhelm. Like, just keep it simple, right? You know, that's the whole point of what I do here, right? So, at its simplest, if you don't know what to do, like, you don't have the structure in place to know the tactical things that you need to do. Second key reason here is more emotional. And these can layer together because we can not know what to do tactically because of the emotional shame that's showing up. Maybe you've made a mistake in the past, maybe with the books. Maybe you feel like the investment that you made was a mistake. Maybe there's shame that you haven't turned as big of a profit as you would like to have. Maybe there's pressure or shame or guilt with your significant other and you don't want them to know. And if you don't know, then like you don't have to share with them what's actually going on. I don't want to know. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, this avoidance here, this is a form of self-protection. And again, the guilt and the shame and all of those things are often at the root of we don't know what to do tactically. And there's also, maybe you're not ashamed of the choices that you've made in the past. Maybe it's the emotional thought. We talk about fear of failure a lot. Fear of success is a real thing. Like if you are barely staying afloat right now with the workload that you've got, if you create the next level of success, how are you going to handle that? Like, I don't want to have more on my plate. And we freeze and we don't do the things that we know we need to because we're scared. What if it works? What if it works and I have to do all this stuff and I don't want to do it. Okay. Still a form of avoidance at its root. But that's what we're doing. Okay. Reason number 3. Oh, okay. This one kind of drives me crazy. It really does. This is the bank feeds are set up within QuickBooks and we just let the AI handle it. We let it categorize everything. I'll put it off until later. We'll do this later. Those are really 2 different things. Okay. So the first one here is like we let the AI and the automation do it. And I know I see the advertisements for the AI bookkeepers. AI is great for a lot of things. I feel like we talked about this recently on the podcast as I'm saying this. But AI can't do this yet. It sucks at categorizing things for you. It makes so many mistakes. I still let it prompt me with like what it thinks it is, and then I go in and fix it because a lot of times it's wrong. And if you use PayPal for transactions, like I guarantee you things are wrong. I had a client that we were doing a cleanup project for before, and we used a lot of the rules, a lot of the automation, but it ended up that it had double categorized expenses because of the way that she structured her business. So she was claiming double the expenses. That wasn't accurate. And like, we'll talk about like you don't need to be afraid of the IRS. We need to do as long as you're doing what's legal, moral, and ethical, like you don't have anything to be afraid of. But when we are not being the CEO, taking charge, that's when there's problems. And just passing it off on AI, like this is important. And we're going to get to that with reason 4 here in just a second. You can't count on AI to do it all. Not yet. Maybe one day. Maybe one day this will be completely obsolete. Who knows? As of right now, when we're recording this in 2026, not the case. It's not there yet. And when you rely on it, you're giving away the power in your business. All right. The 4th thing is we don't feel like we're there yet. This can wait. I'll do it later. I'll clean this up later. I don't have an accounting software yet. I'm not quite there yet. And I'm not saying you have to necessarily go out and get QuickBooks Online set up. There are other softwares out there. We're actually going to talk about that inside Bookkeeping Simplified. QuickBooks Online is the number 1 for a reason. Most popular. We're going to have all the step-by-step walkthroughs. All of my current bookkeeping clients are on QuickBooks Online. But I know not everybody is ready for that. Not everybody wants to pay that monthly fee. So we're going to talk about the other option that's much more affordable. But this, I'll do it later. I'll clean it up later. I'll set up my books later. That's not operating as a CEO. And it's causing mental disconnects in your business. Because just like we talk about within Prosperity Simplified, my business budgeting system, you have to be ready. Ready now. I can't remember I can't remember who came up with the saying or who's the saying is attributed to, but be, do, have. Be the person that is going to have those things that you want. Not from like a fake it till you make it, but are you the person? Are you the business owner? Like, how would the business owner that you want to be, how would they operate? Are you operating in that manner? Would that business owner be a good steward with their money so they can have a bigger impact so that they can go do more things with the money? Or would they blow it all? Like, be that person now. So if you're going to be a good steward with your money when you have it, prove it. Be that person now and be a good steward with what you have now. We got to shift out of all of the emotion, shame, the struggle, all of the things that we feel guilty about with the money that we have now. We've got to handle that now. Stop waiting to put it off. Stop waiting to have an accounting system. This is where, like, get support. It's not as expensive as you think as it's made out to be. And I understand not everybody is ready to do that yet. That's why we've got Bookkeeping Simplified coming out. That's why I've got Execution Lab. That's $11 a month. It's on the first Tuesday of the month because this is when we're supposed to be doing our month-end process, right? So I'm there to support you, to help you do the things that you know you need to within your business. And when you get to the point that you don't have to do it, then don't do it anymore. Maybe if you prioritize that support now, what will show up for you? If you are in the mindset, I can't do it now, it's not yet, we have to keep pushing it off for later. Money later. I gotta work on the money later. I gotta do this first. This has to happen first. You're pushing away things energetically. What if you just play with the possibility? What would it feel like to not have to worry about your books? How could that be possible? I did this recently with my VA. I was really looking to bring on somebody within the business to get some administrative help. And it kind of felt like it was not feasible at all right now because, I have a budget as well. And it was like a not yet. And I sat there and I played with the possibility. I'm like, what if this showed up? What would that feel like? And just kind of set it to the side. It was open to the idea that it could show up now. And it showed up within 2 days. Like, how freaking powerful is that? So that's the fourth reason there. Putting it off till later. It can wait. Really can't. We could go into like the overwhelm, and we touched on this in the first one. We got the podcast, we got all the things, you got conflicting advice. Going on down the YouTube rabbit hole is the one that I hear most frequently. But more information isn't going to fix it. Like, you got to narrow in. Because when you're avoiding it, regardless of which reason we walk through, you're avoiding it, right? And when you avoid it, to some degree, you feel guilty. And then we got to rush through tax season. When we rush, we make mistakes. We feel worse, or you're uncertain. And then we do the whole thing all over again next year, and we avoid it yet again. This isn't about getting more motivated to go do it. This isn't about, like, being lazy. That's not what any of this is about. We're all busy. We all have a lot going on, right? Not discounting that at all. But this is not a motivation problem. This is not a time capacity problem. This is a mindset and a system problem. It's not going to be a new spreadsheet. It's not going to be like getting clear, like I'm just going to willpower my way through it. Like, no. This comes from getting solid and understanding the bookkeeping, understanding how important it is. And again, you don't have to do the tactical stuff, but we have to understand the whys behind it. And look at the numbers when we have them. If we're just avoiding them and we're just flying by the seat of our pants, that's not a long-term strategy. And I know you're a CEO. That's not what you're looking for. Okay? All right. That's what I've got today. Bookkeeping Simplified. It's open for pre-sale, right? It's designed to give you the framework. It's designed to give you the whys. It's designed to give you the support. Again, whether you're planning on doing your books or you want to have somebody do it, which again, I do bookkeeping. So like that's all an option, right? While it's in pre-sale, this is the lowest price it's probably ever going to be. It's already went up once. It's going to go up again because there is so much that's going to be included inside this course. You've also got a chance right now to ask questions within the Telegram channel that we've got established. Okay. So if you're ready, I'm here to support you. Bookkeeping Simplified, amycirca.com/bookkeeping simplified. Link's going to be in the show notes as well. Next week, we're going to kind of dive deeper into why QuickBooks alone doesn't replace the bookkeeper, a little bit deeper on the whole AI thing, right? And why the misunderstanding of that keeps us stuck. So that's what I've got for now. Remember, you've got this and I've got you. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.